Have you heard of the new album that just dropped? Already nominated for several music awards, including the Grammy, Rosalino Sanchez, also known as Chalino Sanchez, was labeled El Rey de Corridos or King of Corridos due to the big musical impact he had on narco corrido music. Today's album has 3 songs. The first, we will learn about his childhood and what got him into the music industry, leading to his rise to fame. The second, where we hear his most streamed songs or his top hits. And lastly, we hear about his sad and mysterious death. Corridos are a very big part of Mexican culture as it is a way for many artists to tell stories. They go way back to the mid 19th century but became more popular during the Mexican Revolution. Now let's hit play and listen to our first song. Born and raised in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, Chalino never made songs or sang as a kid. Like Archie POV said, the legend begins from an incident down in the Pincho Valla Saga, or his hometown. When he was a kid, his sister was sexually assaulted by a local guy from the rancho or town. Years later, when Chalino was 15, he sought revenge, found his sister's rapist at a party, and shot him to death, meaning he had to flee and leave the country. This is when he moved to LA with his older brother Armando. While in LA, they worked as coyotes, also known as a person who brings people from Mexico to the United States illegally. This got Chalino Sanchez in jail and his older brother Armando killed. Chalino did 8 months in jail down in Tijuana. While in jail, he enjoyed writing songs for and about other inmates, talking about their experiences with the Mexican drug cartels as well as personal drug trafficking experiences of their own. Once Chalino was released, he went to a studio, recorded these songs, and released them to the public. Chalino's music spread like wildfire in the Spanish communities of LA. Now let's go on to our second song, where we sing his most streamed songs. Looking at his Spotify page with 4.4 million monthly listeners, we have some of his greatest hits, such as Alma Enamorada, Soul in Love, Nieves de Enero, Snow of January, Los Chismes, The Gossip, El Crimen de Culiacán, The Crime in Culiacán, and Baraja de Oro, or Gold Deck. Chalino enjoyed writing about all different types of topics, such as love or injustices that he saw in his hometown that he found unfair, like violence, and what everybody thinks got him in trouble and eventually killed narco corridos. Narco corridos are also known as corridos prohibidos or forbidden corridos, as they talk about the Mexican drug cartels, which many of them do not agree with. Now let's go to our last song. May 16, 1992. Chalino went back to his hometown of Culiacan, Sinaloa to perform his first and last sold-out show. While performing, he gets handed a letter from a member of the audience. To this day, we are not sure what this letter says, but we can only assume that it was a death threat made by a cartel and not a song request due to the face that he made while reading it. Whatever this letter said, El Rey de Corridos did not back down. He continued to perform his show as if nothing had happened. After the show, he went to head home with a group of friends. While on their way home, they got stopped by a group of people, armed men, impersonating officers. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mexico's government is very corrupt, and normally offering money to an officer can get you off the hook for many things. Since Chalino was stopped by a group of armed men impersonating officers, the money offer they didn't accept. Chalino had no choice but to get in the car with these men. 12 hours later, 31-year-old body of Chalino Sanchez was found laying by a ditch. His body had rope marks around his wrists and 2 gunshots to the head, which was his cause of death. Chalino left behind his wife of 8 years, Marisela, his daughter, Cynthia, and his son, Adan Sanchez, who followed the footsteps of his legendary father and became an artist later on. Like his father, he also died of a young age. He died at 19 due to a car accident. It has been 31 years since we last heard El Rey de Corridos perform, but his stories still inspire and we still listen to this day. Today's album, we learned about his childhood, what got him in the music industry, leading to his rise to fame, his top hits, and we learned about his sad and mysterious death.